Welcome back to Fourth and Troll Fantasy. 5 catches. I believe it was on 6 targets, 33 yards, and a touchdown.
You want more.
Again, just kind of like you want more. You drafted the guy in the first round, and I think we'll get more. I think we will. I mean, the Patriots aren't just bend over and do whatever you want, and we can just air the ball out against you. Like, it's not that kind of defense. They're definitely a strong defense. So we want more, though.
Absolutely.
You drafted him in the first round for more.
He's the potential. He's oozing with potential, and you can see it when he gets the football. I mean, do you mind if may I transition to the other wide receiver for the Jets that is making a little noise? Are we going to have a conversation where we actually consider Alan Lazard as like a top 15 wide receiver by the end of the season? Is there a scenario where this is just actually the way the Jets offense runs with Aaron Rodgers? Because Lazard, week 1, garbage time touchdown helped him get to top 5, but like Garrett Wilson had 5 catches. Alan Lazard had 3 catches as well. Both got a score. Are you going to start throwing in Alan Lazard in your flex option?
I don't think I can trust it. I think that's my thing. I mean, I think the offense is getting a little more opened up, so to speak. I mean, we'll talk about Braylon Allen here in just a second, and Mike Williams as well. But I think the expectation that it was like Garrett Wilson's the only dude. I think that's where we're going to have to course correct a little bit, because that's not the case. Like, Rodgers always would go to Adams. Like, he would always be, that's a trusty guy. That's the guy there. That's who it is. He also had games where he'd get Alan Lazard inside the top 20 on the week. He'd have games where some of these other Packers wide receivers throughout his career would pick up and go. And, you think about the 2010s era, he was supporting a bunch of different guys there. He's always been a guy who, yes, he can have a top guy, but, he's always going to be able to spread the ball around a little bit, especially we'll talk about Conklin here in just a second as well. But, like, I'm not worried on Garrett Wilson. I'm considering it being like as much of a maybe is he a buy low at this rate? Like, I think surely he has better games. Like, if this is the floor,
surely,
and you can buy low and you'll get the ceiling, like, surely it'll be a worthwhile trade. No.
This is probably very close to the ceiling of what he did last year with Zach Wilson. So I do think this is a very safe buy low, and you probably don't have to give up a lot, especially what we talked about last episode was we said you could even give this one more chance to see how Christian Gonzalez does with the coverage, because he might not produce a lot. And he still got a touchdown, but there's so much potential with this guy. I mean, he's so clearly ready to be a top 5 wide receiver, and I don't know if it's just the targets. I don't know if he's actually not as good as we think he is. I don't know if we just have too high of expectations. Maybe it's just years from now. There's something that is just not quite gelling or solidifying, and it's making me angry, and I'm getting frustrated, dude. I'm pooping myself over this guy because I really want him to just explode, and he's going to be the best receiver in fantasy. But I mean, with a touchdown, it's like just not even 15 points. Ugh.
Yeah, I want more for sure.